So our second speaker today is Gareth Richards
Thanks.
of Techworks, where he is the AI network manager. And he's going to give us an introduction to Techworks-AI. He has over 35 years experience in the design and development of electronic products used by millions of people every day, leading teams designing cryptographic products for HSBC and NatWest banks. His current interest stems from work using AI to develop software, where he immediately realized the game-changing potential of the technology. He's also based in the UK.
Yes.
Over to you, Gareth. Thank you.
Hello. Hi, everyone. Yeah, it's great to be here. I was saying earlier to, I think Pete or maybe Adrian, that I live in Bath and I've got a friend who lives in Underedge. And I've driven past Renishaw many times, never managed to get past the barrier. So today is my first time. So yes, my name's Gareth Richards. I'm the AI network manager at Techworks, and as Mike said, so my background is in electronic payment systems. If you've bought anything in the UK in the last 10, 15 years, you'd have definitely used one of the products that I was involved in developing. None of them sadly had FPGAs in them because they're all commercial grade, and 5 cents was a lot of money for most products. But yes, my interest in AI in particular was from a software development point of view, particularly when Google started doing their Vertex program, and we had a lot of software which in payments is very well defined in terms of the input specification and very easily testable for an output specification, so seemed an ideal candidate for AI machine learning. But since then, I've joined Techworks, and I'm not sure if everyone here is Techworks member, so I'll just, if I may, just give a quick overview of Techworks. So Techworks is is the leading deep tech industry association in the UK. We are a non-profit organisation funded by our membership. But what we do really is promote collaboration between our members. We hold events such as this and webinars and technical talks and things like that. And what we aim to do really is to get our membership talking to each other and addressing shared challenges. And Techworks is sort of really for, at the moment at least, for communities. Two of them, the DSN network and NMI, focusing on semiconductor. So DSN very much in semiconductor design, and NMI on semiconductor manufacture. So wafer fabs and the equipment for wafer fabs and things like that. We have a big automotive community called ASIN. That's sort of very based on in UK automotive manufacturing, so the likes of Jaguar Land Rover, Aston Martin, McLaren, and IoTSF, which is cybersecurity. So that's really everything from IoT through to software solutions. And the sort of things we do is we promote industry collaboration and cross-sector collaboration, networking, and events like this. Research and strategy. So we also have many of the leading universities as members. So if organizations within Techworks want to have some research done, it's very useful to get us in contact, get them in contact with relevant research institutions or research students. We do projects, and we also do things like develop standards and best practices. So again, in collaboration with our membership, bringing everyone together to address perhaps things like standards for new processes or new regulations that are coming through, to get a better understanding of what they are, sort of condense them down from a big document into something a bit more manageable, and also some best practice guides in things like developing AI systems or what you need to do to meet the European Cyber Resilience Act and things like that. One of the projects that we have been involved in recently is something called Trustworthy AI Bill of Materials, and that is really an extension of the software bill of materials idea. So, in software bill of materials, you need to make sure that whatever's in your bit of software, you know the versions, and you know that the provenance of the software. Make sure that what you're putting into your end system has got some degree of accountability. The TIBON project, which is the Trustworthy AI Bill of Materials project, sort of extends that into AI machine learning, and is really about making sure that you know things about the training data, what's the provenance of the training data, how do you guarantee that the training weights and the parameters and all of the extra dimensionality that comes with AI is also captured in an equivalent to the software bill of materials. So the intention is that if you're procuring an AI system or machine learning system, you can request an AI bill of materials from the vendor, and they should provide you with all this in some sort of standard format, so that you've got at least some measure of foundational guarantee that what's in there is what you're expecting to be in there, and there are cryptographic methods applied to make sure that what is in there is not altered in any way, and also some method of tying the training system to the inferencing system. So if you find a vulnerability in your training system, how do you get that through to the inferencing system, which could be air gapped? So anyway, that's the TIBON project, one of the sort of projects that we get involved in. As you can see from this side, we have members from ARM through Jaguar Land Rover to Zeiss. There's a nice A to Z of members, and including, of course, Renishaw. And with this broad range of membership, what we're finding, of course, is that everyone has got an interest in AI machine learning now. So whether that's in the design process, semiconductor design process, whether it's in optimizing wafer fabs to make sure that your foundry is running at optimum efficiency, using AI for that sort of thing, whether it's in automotive, autonomous driving, or autonomous vehicles, or in IoT, security, red teaming or blue teaming, cybersecurity, for instance. So what we're finding is that everyone in our membership has really got some sort of interest in AI or machine learning. So the intention is that going forward, we'll start another community, and we're going to be doing this in about a week's time. So there'll be a fifth community within Techworks, which will be Techworks-AI, and that will be the intention of that community is really to bring more of a focus onto AI machine learning in a way that doesn't exist at the moment, because in our current communities, the focus is on, for instance, automotive or cybersecurity. The new community will be more focused on AI machine learning itself, and we want that to be a broad community. So we want that really to be the leading engineering hub for AI ML. So and the focus is on engineering. So we're not too worried really about fairness and bias and things like that. We are worried about how do you engineer this to be reliable and and to work well. And we want to, of course, drive innovation and business opportunities and share challenges. So we've probably got, and we find this a lot in our membership, we've probably got a British Aerospace over here and a small SME down here, and the SME is doing exactly what British Aerospace wants, so we can put them together, and that works well for both of them. British Aerospace get what they want, and the SME gets a large customer, which is helpful for them to grow. And we want to create collaboration, we want to engage and inform our members, and most importantly, we want to have cross-sectoral synergies. So again, because there are a lot of different interests in AI, and that might be semiconductors, it might be built environment, it might be medicine, it might be robotics, it could be life sciences. It's very interesting to see what Pete was saying about neurological developments at Renishaw. All of these sector areas have an interest in AI machine learning, and that is what we want to bring into Techworks-AI. So by joining Techworks-AI, if you're not already a member of Techworks and you'd like to join Techworks-AI, you know, the benefits for joining really are obviously access to our diverse professional network, with the networking opportunities to come with that, exclusive events such as this one, curated knowledge database, advocacy and representation, particularly with government. We have very good links into DCIT and DBT, and we at least try to influence the way they think, depending on what our industry members are talking to us about. And similarly, we try to make sure that if government are thinking in a particular way, we inform our members of that way of thinking, and maybe that might be helpful for them. Obviously, insights into what is a very fast-moving world, but from outside your sector maybe. So again, it may be that it's very easy, I know in this industry, right, to be very focused on what you're doing in your particular industry and not be quite aware of what's going on outside. And yet there's, especially with AI and machine learning, there's a lot of synergy there. You know, DeepMind are doing things with AlphaFold with proteins and developing new materials using AI. There's so much going on, and so much of that can interact with what you might be doing in your organization. And then, of course, there's opportunities for professional development. So either via our series of webinars or our events, or our materials that we provide, a great way to keep up to date with what's going on and learn new stuff. And of course, the opportunity to drive innovation together, which is what we're mainly trying to do. So just this is what we're intending to do as of next week in terms of the special interest groups. So we're going to have a number of special interest groups, which are the sort of foundational ones, I guess, in Techworks-AI. One focused on technologies. So, for instance, perhaps new processing technologies like neuromorphics, spiking neural networks, which I know someone here is speaking about that today, which would be great. Collaborative projects. So, you know, getting our members together with universities and funding organisations to collaborate on initiatives. Our Trustworthy AI bill of materials, standards and regulations, that's all governance, and then things like best practice guides. And then just you know, as we're here, and this happens to be next week, so our launch event is at Bletchley Park. It's we're calling it Engineering Trustworthy AI, but it will also be the launch of Techworks-AI. We've got a great selection of speakers there, including James from Red Semiconductor will be there, but also we've got Helen Oakley from SAP, Nick Sinnott from BAE Systems Digital Intelligence, and a range of other great speakers. So an event not to be missed. If you would like to register and join, it's completely free to attend. Please either use this QR code, or I have left some sort of flyers on the registration table there. So pick one of those up. You can see what the event's about, and it's got details for joining there. So that's me. Thank you.